Beer here back in the Fantasy Bar. Tuesday is here, and we are back with 6 of my favorite plays for you in MLB for FanDuel and DraftKings, including a shocking play from Coors Field that we will go over, a stack outside of Coors Field I think you can get some leverage on here tonight. Some of my favorite value plays, a starting pitcher at a great price, and of course, my favorite play on the entire night, who I think goes overlooked tonight. Who are we talking about? Only one way to find out. It's time to belly up to the Fantasy Bar. Welcome in, guys. Tuesday edition, Beers Daily Fantasy Six-Pack. Hope everybody out there had a great Memorial Day weekend. We are back with 6 of my favorite plays for you on FanDuel and DraftKings. Thank you, as always, for stopping by the Fantasy Bar and checking out today's video. Before we get to the plays, take a second, click that thumbs up button. That's the tip jar here on this free video. Thank you for that. Subscribe to the channel as well. Pints and Picks back tonight with 2 prop bets I really like in MLB, so make sure you check that out at some point today as well. Quick 1-minute video with 2 of my favorite bets for you. All right, let's get into it here tonight. Coors Field on the docket. We will avoid those bats, too easy. We'll find some different spots for you to attack here to go along with those stacks if you go that route, or to give your lineups a little bit of a different look. All right, let's start with a premium bat on my end tonight, and that is Matt Olson of the Braves. Now, production really been up and down. Last year, I think we got spoiled. This guy producing at that MVP level. This season, been somewhat roller coaster-like here, but 6 multi-hit games for him over the last couple weeks. Obviously going to have to pick up some of the slack with that awful news of Ronald Acuna Jr. going down for the season. And the numbers this season down a little bit against righties, no doubt. But still, since the start of last season, with a 421 WOBA, 312 ISO, so big-time numbers last season. I expect the numbers from this season to start to catch up to last year sooner rather than later. Now, Irvin struggled with lefties last year. We're seeing the same thing here this year, especially against power bats, which is the intrigue here with Matt Olson. A lot of fly balls and a ton of hard contact allowed by Irvin. I think Olson goes yard here tonight, gets back on track against right-handed pitching. All right, let's knock out that catcher spot for you over on DraftKings with Danny Jansen of Toronto. Now, Jansen will be one of the best, if not the best, hitting catcher all season long. 4 multi-hit games now over the last 8 for him, and leads this Toronto team in both WOBA and ISO against right-handed pitching this season. So plenty of power in this bat and a ton of production here, and loves hitting the fastball. Clevenger going to lean on that pitch about 40% of the time. That's his go-to pitch against right-handed hitters this season. And Jansen has a WOBA over 400 and ISO over 350 against that pitch. So normally like to get you a little bit cheaper catcher, but I like to spend the money here. Good spot here for Danny Jansen against Mike Clevenger. All right, let's stay right there with the Toronto Blue Jays and add on Davis Schneider. Now, some nice positional flexibility here on DraftKings. Outfield and second base eligible here, and hitting at the top of that order in an away game. So we get those 9 innings of at-bats here, and I think this could be a sneaky stack. Toronto, frustrating this season, no doubt. A lot of games where they're only scoring 1-2 runs. Did see that offensive explosion against the Detroit Tigers over the weekend. So I do think a lot of people may avoid this one, especially with Coors on the slate. Now back to Schneider, has hit righties well since the start of last season. WOBA's over 350, ISO pushing 200 here, and Clevenger has really had issues with right-handed hitters. And what do we think of with Toronto? A lot of right-handed bats that we can stack up against him. We're talking a WOBA way up at 541, ISO at 370, and giving us some power as well at 35 and 50%. Fly ball rate, hard contact rate to righties. Toronto, sneaky stack I like here on Tuesday night. All right, let's go to Coors Field. Always a risk reward going with a pitcher there, but we're rolling the dice with Tristan McKenzie. So a lot of people going to target the bats here. As always, Coors certainly a spot you're always looking at bats, especially the Guardians here on the road team, putting up a ton of runs here. But let's not forget this nice Coors discount we're getting on McKenzie. Pricing over on DraftKings was getting up near 9,000. Now we're getting him at 7,000 in the spot, and been very, very consistent with the strikeouts. We're talking 7 straight starts now with 5 or more strikeouts, and I love the strikeout upside against this Colorado team. Now 6 right-handed bats projected to start here for the Rockies, and McKenzie been great striking out righties, 26.5% strikeout rate against right-handed hitters, and as a team, Colorado striking out at the 4th highest rate in all of baseball at near 26%. So not a play for everybody. Most people cross the pitcher off at Coors every time there is a Coors slate. I think you can attack here with Tristan McKenzie. Price is fair. Strikeouts should be there. Love him in the spot against the Colorado Rockies. All right, back to the bats with Jock Peterson of Arizona. So great value here, under 3,000 on FanDuel, just a tick over 4,000 on DraftKings, and gives us that big-time power upside at these prices that you just don't get out of a lot of bats. 211 ISO this year against righties and leads this Diamondbacks team with a WOBA pushing 390 on the season. Now Dunning, big time issues with left-handed hitters, especially the power, 262. The ISO allowed two lefties, 40% fly ball rate, and an eye-popping 62% hard contact rate. I think Peterson a good bet to send one into the seats, and the price is simply lagging behind on both sides. All right, it's time. Take a look at my favorite play for Tuesday night. Before we do that, let's continue our Beast of the Night contest. Easy to play. Just click that thumbs up button and head to the comment section and guess fantasy points on DraftKings tonight. For my highest scoring hitter, whoever's guess is the closest, we're going to give you a free week of RotoGrinders Premium just for hanging out here in the fantasy bar. All right, let's get it done and wrap it up with my favorite play for Tuesday night. You know, Matt, Beast of the Night. All right, Beast time. We're looking for some spots outside of Coors Field with some hitters, and one spot stood out to me, and that is Bobby Witt Jr., tonight's Beast of the Night. So likely don't see a ton of ownership here. Tough to get a guy like this in your lineup when you're targeting Coors Field, and I don't want to make that mistake here. I love this spot for Bobby Witt Jr. WOBA over 400 against righties this season. ISO over 250, and Woods Richardson loves to throw that fastball. Look at the numbers for Bobby Witt against fastballs from right-handed pitching this season. WOBA pushing 500 and an ISO sitting at a nice 400 on the season here. Witt playing at an MVP level, been hot of late, and I think it continues here tonight. Bobby Witt Jr., easily my favorite play on the board in tonight's Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that'll do it for our Tuesday night six-pack. As always, any comments, questions, or feedback, hit me up in that comment section right below the video. Don't forget, fantasy points for my highest scoring hitter on DraftKings for a shot to win some free RotoGrinders Premium. Check out Pints and Picks, 2 MLB prop bets I really love tonight. That also over on our Scores and Odds YouTube page. Quick 1-minute video. Make sure you check that out as well. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salute. Thank you so much for watching. Best of luck on the slate tonight, and we will see you.
Thanks for checking out our videos. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more DraftKings, FanDuel, and other DFS content. And you can check out our daily live show schedule on RotoGrinders.com/videos.